Hey there, welcome to SharkCast Pod, a podcast dedicated to the greatest sporting club in the history of the world, the mighty Cronulla Sharks. This is Gaz, I'm Shinazz. Welcome to the Gaz and Shinazz show, part of SharkCast Pod. Gary, how you going, my friend?
I'm going very, very well, thank you. You're really leaning into the wrap aspect of these jackets. And,
Yo.
yeah, we're looking really good.
We'll get to the jackets shortly. Just so everyone who's on Gary Dover and Beck Dover and all the other Dovers, Baby Watch. If you didn't know, Gary's on Baby Watch. How are we looking?
So far, so good. It could be any minute.
It could be now. I might be doing a solo.
I'm feeling tomorrow. Beck's feeling tomorrow. So by the time people listen to this, it could be on.
All right. So Sharks win local derby. Most importantly, thank goodness my year has been saved. Thank you, Sharks. They win 30 points to 18. It wasn't all their way, though. Tell us about what you saw out there.
Obviously, the first half didn't go our way as much as we would have liked it to. A few errors, a few little mistakes there that kind of cost us a few points. But we got it all together in the second half a bit better and came home strong, finishing, pretty solid scoreline against the Dragons. They played really well in the first half, so take nothing away from them. But, yeah, we just had too much for them in the second.
So a lot of conjecture between the fans and between officials and players about how the Sharks went in the first half. Sitting up here in the upper, Andrew Eddinghausen, it didn't look too pretty. But watching the replay, looking at the stats, the first half wasn't as one-sided as the scoreline suggested. We were not great, making errors, a lot of penalties, that kind of thing. But the Dragons just did what they had to do. They kicked okay, they tackled well enough, and we slid off a few tackles. They had a 12-point lead at halftime, and it wasn't looking great, but at no stage did I think we were out of it. I thought the 12 points was enough for us to get back into it. It was. They came out within the first minute of the second half, started dominating. Great second half, one of the great second halves of the year. And some strong performances out there. I thought Blake Brayley was man of the match.
Yeah, absolutely. How good is it when he runs the ball? He obviously just sliced them apart through the middle there. And once he starts doing that and the forwards get a bit of a roll on, we see what the backs can do. So, yeah, unfortunately, a couple of injuries out of that game, but it was good to see Blake get a roll on, as you mentioned.
Tell us about the injuries.
Yeah, so obviously Mars done his calf, so he's out for a little while. Got Siffer coming into the centres there, and obviously KL missing from that game, so he's out for a little while as well. Obviously, we've got Tom on the injury list as well, so there's a few there that are, down and out at the moment. But we got Toby back; he's looking pretty good. He had a really good, solid stint, or a couple of stints off the bench. So to get a guy like that back with his experience and everything like that, can only be good for the forwards moving forward.
So I thought it was good coaching, masterstroke, timing of Toby coming back on the field, absolutely dominating, and the stats weren't amazing for him, but it was the on-field presence and the way he was running the ball.
Yeah.
Energy was incredible. I think he's a fantastic fellow off the bench, and really happy to see him like that because he's had so many injuries over the past few years. He came to the club injured, he seemed to have this injury cloud over him, but really happy with the way he played on the weekend. And of course, for Noah Blake, he's always going to be good for you, which is an asset to our club. But overall, a great second half. I know the first half wasn't pretty, as I said before, but
it wasn't all doom and gloom either.
I don't think so.
We can see that if we cleaned a few things up and did a few things differently, we'd be right. And obviously we were.
That was the big takeaway post-game, that the message out of the sheds at halftime was, as Ronaldo said on an interview I did, you can go listen to that on SharkCast Pod, he said, just play hard. The coach said, play hard, play good, hard footy, and you'll win the game. And they did. You reported back that the coach was very happy with Blake running, which we spoke about. So a lot of positives out of the second half. And yeah, first half, we need to fix that up. I mean, you can't play against better teams than the Dragons. The Dragons are probably not going to make the 8. They're definitely bottom tier. And if you perform like that against better teams, you may not have the same result. So we'll find that out this week. We're going to play the Broncos, which is exciting. Sunday up at Suncorp. Now, there's a bit of news around there, which we want to tell the fans. There is a training run. What's the word? Captain's run.
Yep.
And fans can go watch.
Members.
You got to be a member.
Register. If not, sign up for a membership and you'll be able to go and watch the boys in their last session before the game.
So I'm doing a lot of pointing today. Go to sharks.com.au for the info, the location, the time, but it'll be on Saturday. And you can go watch them do Captain's Run. There's not a lot more promises on that, but they're pretty nice guys. If you've seen them around, I'm sure they'll take a selfie or whatever. But main thing is you can go watch them do that. I know a lot of the fans up there were crying out for that, so it's good that the club came through. The other bit of information is the Sharks are driving their merch van, their vast, elaborate merch van, from all the way up to Suncorp. Now, it's going to be on site from about 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. So game day. It won't be anywhere before that. It won't be the Captain's Run, unfortunately. It'll be at the venue, Suncorp, on Sunday from about 10 a.m. Barnsey, Daniel, and John are going to be in there. So tell them that SharkCast sent you. There'll be no discounts. But if you mention SharkCast, particularly to the mature-looking Adam Barnes, he'll give you a free sticker or something. And what you will not be able to buy at the ground, so I'm confusing you all, but at the ground, you won't be able to buy these sweet new college jackets. But if you want one, you can jump online right now, go to the merch store at Woolooware Bay. You can pick it up in the retail store. You can buy it online right now. Unfortunately, it's not making the trip north, but we can confirm they're pretty warm. They look pretty good.
Comfortable.
You feel like a college kid, and they're really good in all seriousness. So that's our little plug there for Mr. Adam Barnes and the mighty Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. I hope you understood that. If you didn't, just go back 10, 15 seconds and try and decipher the hell what Shinazz was saying.
No, you said it all perfectly.
So, team list news. As I look to the data, we know that Sifa Talakai is coming into the centres because Mawini is out, and prior to that, KL is out. So Sifa is next man up. He's very experienced there.
Yeah.
He's an amazing footballer, and I am looking forward to seeing how he defends out there. It's going to be a challenge for him, but this bloke is just one of the best footballers in the club. He's so versatile. He's all heart, and I'm a huge fan of what he does, so I can't wait to see him out there. The rest of the team is looking pretty much as per, although the bench, we have Dan Atkinson coming in as the utility on the bench with Jesse Colquhoun, Toby Rudolph, and Braden Hamlin-Welly. Extended bench of Billy Burns, Hohepa, Nephi, Jaden Beryl, and Chris Fayella in number 22. Yet to debut. See what happens in the coming weeks and months for him. But pretty strong team still.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, there's not too many changes there. Obviously, with the injuries, Sifa, as you mentioned, comes into the centres there. We've seen what sort of job he can do there in attack. He's such a weapon. So to have him out there, obviously he's marking up against Stag, so he's going to have to be on his game defensively. But, you know, we've seen what those shoulders can do. And if he rattles Katoni Stags early, he's going to have him second guessing. So I think the experience is what we needed out there in the centres, and Sifa's going to bring that for us. And yeah, as you mentioned, Atco back on the bench. So last week we obviously saw him move to 18th man. I don't know what's going to happen this week, but you never know. So keep an eye on team lists an hour out before kickoff.
That's the thing with, I think, Fitzgibbon of the Craig variety this year. He's a little bit more not so predictable when it comes to the team list on the day. Like, he can throw a bit of a change in there. So this is not sneaky talk for me saying there's one coming. I'm just saying for people out there who are either unhappy or interested in what he's going to do, you never know till an hour before kickoff, and that's the honest truth. So it could be exactly as it is, or it might be different. We'll see what happens there.
Exactly.
But it's going to be exciting. 2 o'clock kickoff up at Suncorp. Hello to everyone who's going. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. Hopefully the boys get the job done. They have won their last 3 games at Suncorp against various teams. Now, for a club that has a very unhappy record overall at that venue, 3 in a row is pretty good. I believe they're going for 4 in a row for just the second time in club history at the venue. So recent history, pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously enjoy getting on the road a little bit, and we've seen what we can do at Suncorp in some of the bigger games as well, Magic Round and things like that. So Sunday afternoon against the Broncos, it's going to be another big one. And yeah, as you mentioned, like recently, we've had some good luck up there. So I think we can continue that trend on Sunday.
Speaking of Sunday, Gary, here at the greatest place on earth, Sharks Stadium, you can come and watch rugby league live in the flesh. There are 2 games on. 11:30, Harvey Norman women's team will be trialing. And then after that, at 1:30 p.m., the mighty Sharks NRLW team will have their first hit out of the year, because the season is almost here. And you'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks from us. But this Sunday, trial match right here. Up to you whether you can make it or not. But just putting the information out there sounds like a pretty good Sunday afternoon to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And to see the girls come back off that historic little competition run last year where they made the grand final, to see them back in action at Shark Stadium on Sunday will be really good. So if you can get down here, get down and support the girls. Obviously, we've got some new recruits that we'll see the first of in this game. And then, everything kicks off July 3 against the Eels right here at Shark Stadium as
Right
well.
here,
So grab your tickets.
standalone, exclusive that night. No other rugby league on, I'm
No,
pretty
that's
sure.
That's it.
So that'll be an absolute banger down here. What's the date of that?
July 3, Thursday night.
Awesome.
Down here in Shark Stadium.
Lock it in, guys.
Pack it in.
Can't wait. And for people who are a little bit confused about the two teams playing at the same time, so NRL and NRLW, I could suggest if you have the luxury to come to the stadium, bring your little phone or your tablet, ask Gary for the Wi-Fi, and you could watch it on the KO or whatever other app you watch rugby league on. So just a suggestion. Anyway, I'm excited that rugby league is going to be both here and at Suncorp. Our two favorite teams playing at the same time. That's kind of exciting in its own way. And can't wait, man.
Yeah, even just have the NRLW back. Like, it's such an exciting time for the club. And obviously, we just put out the news yesterday. Tiana's sticking around to the end of 2027. So,
good.
You know, we got such a good side as we saw last year, and we've added a few little pieces here and there. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what the girls can do in this competition.
Can we just talk about what a great athlete she is, and then what a great human / role model / media personality she is off the field?
Absolutely. She ticks all the boxes, doesn't she? So my daughter was lucky enough to run out with her during one game, and she's just never lived that down. She absolutely loves it.
I saw you put that up recently, and I missed it. Like, when was that? Was last year?
Yeah, last year, one of the games she got to run out with Tiana. And
that's incredible.
Team out there, so she's got a new little fan in Bonnie, and she is such a good role model for all the young girls out there.
Absolutely, and it's a team stack full of great players, so it's going to be a great season for NRLW, and I'm pretty excited. And to be honest, my expectations are pretty high. So make of that what you will, but I'm looking forward to it. Gary, we've got NRL 2:00 Suncorp. Where do you think we win it?
I think we've got to be good through the middle. Obviously, we saw what we can do when we start running through the ruck there and getting a bit of space for Blake to run and for the backs to get a bit more space on the outside. Obviously, they've got some good centers and wingers to defend, but we've got some good ones of our own that if we can get that space, I think we'll be right and we'll put on some points. I think if it's sunny up there, it'll be a high-scoring game. I think the Broncos have a pretty good attack, and you know, when we click, we do too. So I think it'll be a really good game. But yeah, we need to get them through the middle. Obviously, they've got guys like Carrigan, Payne Haas. So
we're on Payne Haas.
Yeah, we've heard a bit of news there. So
we're on Payne Haas watch. He was injured before the game, apparently, then played. So media outlets, including our very own Dave Riccio, is suggesting that he's in doubt at the very least. So, you know, we don't want to be one of those teams that worries about whether the opposition plays or not. But if he doesn't play, to be honest, it's a pretty big in or out for us.
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously they've got guys who want their chance, and when they get called up into that team, we're going to see what they can do. So can't take anyone lightly. And yeah, obviously he's a big motor and a big dude and a damaging runner of the ball. So if he's not there, it definitely helps us, but there's going to be a next man up that's going to do a job as well. Yeah,
now we need our defense to return back to what it was in the second half last week and earlier in the year, because their attack, when it clicks, is pretty much unstoppable. So up there at home, they're going to be full of confidence, full of beans, and it's going to be a big job for the Sharks to win, but there's no doubt we can. We like what we do. When we're on, we are a very, very good football team, and I'm not suggesting there's any other reason that we will be on. So go out and get them, and I can't wait for it. Appreciate everyone watching, tuning into the podcast, and you can do that on any application you're on, Facebook, Instagram. It's on YouTube, on any podcast app, audio app. So please go have a listen and a watch. Give us a little subscribe wherever you are. We really appreciate it. Gary, these jackets look unbelievable.
Yeah, go grab your college jackets. These are great.
Online at the Sharks store online or in the actual physical store, you'll be able to grab these. And remember, the merch van will be in Brisbane, but these won't be. But there'll be a stack load of stuff. The Burst Out range is traveling. I know that for a fact.
So much stuff going up there. So it's good for Brisbane fans to, go visit Barnsley and the team and grab yourself some merch.
And as equally as important, raise your voices in the stadium. Let them know you're there. I know you do. Just a reminder. And let's bring home those 2 points.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, I'm getting fired up. Do you want to kick the footy out the field?
Let's do it. I'd actually
don't tell anyone. Up, Cronulla. Just going to step forward very casually. Here we go. We need an assistant. Up, Cronulla. Let's go.